And the answer is always no. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. There are flowers for you today.
Really? Which one?
All of them. And the balloons, too. There's no one here to deliver them right now, so you leave your walker here and...
Bye.
Oh, really? Well, back in St. Olaf, nobody could tell us apart. You can imagine all the fun we have playing tricks on our teachers in school.
Which of you brothers has custody of the brain?
So, what been through?
Yellowstone Park, Rose. Raising children.
My mother always used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Unless you're a banana. Well, I think we ought to call up those child services people and tell them we want to keep Emily and raise her ourselves.
There's only one problem with your plan, Pussycat. One of us is going to get the gift from Rose.
Dorothy, she's right, and you know how hard it is pretending to like Rose's gifts. Forget it, no way.
Oh, come on now, Blanche, don't be so childish. I mean, we each stand a soam away from being a potato.
Yeah, well, I gotta get up early tomorrow. I need to get to sleep, Dorothy.
Yeah, you're wearing your toupee to bed. That means one of two things. Either there's a woman in your bed, or Suzanne Summers is on The Tonight Show.
Would you get to your point, Dorothy?
I didn't come here to see you. I came here to talk to her.
It's better with men.
Oh, come on, that's false security.
No, it's not. I was safer with Charles. I was never once robbed or murdered when I was with Charles.
Look, you could just as easily have been murdered living with Charles.
I'm surprised she wasn't...
Oh, come on now, honey. There's no reason to cry. Your mommy's gonna be here soon.
Still no answer at her parents' house. They should have been here hours ago. I think we ought to call those walkathon people again. Oh, Blanche, they said they'd let us know the minute they had any information about her parents.
Something wrong?
I don't know what you see in me, Miles.
I see you.
But why me? I thought you'd like Blanche.
Well, I like Blanche very much. So does Blanche. That's better.
I feel so dumb around you. I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Thank God, get back to your own beds.
Hey, everybody. Well, what are you doing?
I am talking about my job at the museum.
Of course you're competent, Blanche. I mean, they wouldn't have kept you for 5 years if you weren't.
Well, then why do you think my boss is constantly looking over my shoulder?
I would guess a plunging neckline and a push-up bra.
I swear, sometimes I think I just want...
Watching what this is doing to her.
I hate watching what it's doing to you.
I hate watching those FBI warnings at the beginning of video rentals.
Oh, hello, sir. Lots of you where I hate you.
Well, honey, you always were fiery. I love that about you.
There's more. Since the funeral, I've been with other men. Many, many men.
I'm the queen?
You're also the fool, so we're saving a lot on payroll.
Oh, leave her alone. We have to get to work on the sauce. We begin by taking a shallow bath in olive oil at 7:34 Sicily time. Why?
Why?
Well, then to hell with you and your oversexed boyfriend, Dorothy Zbornak. I'm just glad that little Mayling's coming out party was ruined.
Who?
And I'm glad that Elliot is bonging every woman at your country club.
It's a magnificent gift.
You got everything you need?
Yeah, I guess so. Gonna be a great honeymoon, me, Dorothy, and Freddie Peterson.
Who's Freddie Peterson?
That's what we named it. And this is Doug. He's my...
Small fire. It's out now.
I guess you don't feel like sorting Kirby Barton now.
That's Soren Kierkegaard.
I got her to say it again.
What's going on? Oh, good, a trollop. Everybody, grab a rock.
I always am. Still, she must be worried by now. Rose, my daughter's dead. She passed away some time ago. I go to the cemetery on Mother's Day. It was always such a special day for the two of us. I like to pretend it's still.
Try it now with Dorothy. Dorothy, Boborthy, Banana, Fana, Foborthy, Fee, Fi, Momorthy.
Get out, Rose.
I can't take it back. It's against store policy.
Are you willing to sign an affidavit to that effect?
What?
An affidavit. It's standard in any NOPRL investigation.
No proof.
The NOPRL, Network of Older People Retired But Living. Sophia Petrillo, past president and legal counsel. Their store's in Big Mac with a backbone.
Oh, it really was a surprise.
But it's Dorothy who has me worried. She just looks so confused.
I can't figure out her problem.
I'm having a little trouble with that myself.
Pussycat, what's so terrible about accepting a present from Stan? God knows he gave us all plenty of misery.
Maybe he's trying to tell you he's sorry.
I have...
Dorothy, Sophia's not sick. She didn't eat a bad cannoli. So whoever called and said that was just making the whole thing up.
Rose, Dorothy made the whole thing up. She doesn't want to go with us.
Well, you didn't know.
I have this recurring fantasy. Take me, Alex, take me now, I tell him. And he says to me, Blanche, in the form of a question.
Wow, what a tough day. I really need some shoes I carved out of cheese.
My mother spread them on the tiny windmill you built out of Triscuits.
Mom, this is the best breakfast I've had in ages.
Me too, Dorothy. When we're alone, she feeds me lumpy oats.
One, but we love each other and...
Excuse me, Snoop?
Liar.
Rhino?
Lizard. It's real love, Mr. Bent. It's an honest love. And yes, we might have secrets that we stubbornly try to hide from each other.
Python?
Swamp insect. Never have, but she can handle it.
Well, there are just some things in there that might surprise her.
Oh, some deep, dark family secrets?
No, I just don't know how she's going to react.
Oh, boy, I'd love to put some surprises in my will. Like leaving a small remembrance to each of the men who has brought some special joy or...
You sure you're not going to say I told you so?
You're a good person, Dorothy. You want some?
Wonderful. Half a pound of cholesterol.
Are you sure you don't want to go take a ride and look at our swamp?
Real fast. There it is. My mother's face. Scares me to death. It just scares me to death. I just get so depressed I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. I don't want to get out of bed ever again.
It's after midnight.
Sophia and I are going into business.
How did she talk you into this, Rose?
Oh, Sophia didn't talk me into it. As she said, if I had half a brain, I'd have thought of it myself. Besides, it'll be fun, Dorothy. Just like when I was a little girl and sold Belgian waffles alongside the road.
Say something.
Big help.
Dorothy, what about you? You're always the sensible one around here, the free modern thinker who keeps up with the times. Now, what do you think?
We're from when people stayed together because they had no choice. Ma, would I be insisting on this checkup if I didn't care about you?
Why can't we just do each other's hair like Blanche and her daughter?
Oh, look, Ma, I know you're scared. I'll go with you. Look, when I was little, didn't...
Probably you're sick. Now, I want you to see Michael Chang. He's a virologist on staff here at the hospital. You know, there are all kinds of diseases we didn't know about before. Look at Lyme disease.
Harry, am I going to die?
I'm afraid so.
You really think so?
Sooner or later, I guarantee it.
How about some ice cream? You ladies care to join us?
No, thanks. We don't want to spoil our dinner.
Not that that outfit hasn't done a good job already.
Buzz, I'm not sure I should go. You see, I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm involved with... What, the grocery store did it?
That's not a secret. I just forgot to mention it.
I think she means more like the time she told me that she went skilly dipping with your cousin Lars before he gave up the pulpit back in St. Gustav.
Dorothy, please hang in there a little while longer and Angelo will be on a plane headed for Brooklyn. Wish I'd taken my raincoat.
Why? Been something.
I was quite a looker. Almost as pretty as you.
Why, thank you.
Of course, I had bigger breasts.
Long. He is so sophisticated and charming and rich and handsome. He fairly screams Blanche. At least he will before I'm through with him.
Girls, look! It's the St. Olaf Woman of the Year trophy. It says here I won Woman of the Year after all because...
You are not going to believe what happened. Those Nielsen twins are back together.
What?
Lars Lindquist, the man they were fighting over, he's dead. Found slumped over a desk at his Volvo dealership. When the girls found out about it, they decided to forgive each other. Now they're back together in the tournament.
I'm a sports celebrity.
Be at this hour.
Who do you think? The paparazzi. Now I know why Sean Penn gets so ticked off.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to pick up Emily.
But the child services people said...
Then you shall be the queen of the festival of the Dancing Virgins.
Ma, what are you talking about?
Once a year, the women of my village threw a festival to recapture their virginity. It gives you a chance to say to the man in your life, what kind of tramp do you take me for? We had a festival of the dancing...
Oh, but you just look at him.
Mrs. Devereaux, that's the umbilical cord.
Oh, well, look at her. Oh, look at this Becky. She's wonderful. Oh, my gosh. She's almost...
Dorothea, I am so sorry we put you through all this. You would have made a wonderful daughter. But then you already have for your mother.
Sophia.
Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao. Ciao.
God, where are the paramedics?
I'll go call him again. Rose, you stay with Dorothy.
Dorothy, she'll be fine. I'm sure it isn't a heart attack. A heart attack's bigger. I've seen a heart attack. Charlie had a heart attack.
Then it wasn't like this?
Oh, it was much worse.
If only the paramedics would get here.
Variety of men in our lives. Well, thanks again for the ride home, Dirk. I'll see you at Tuesday's jazzercise class.
I'll see you then.
Okay.
Unless I see you before then. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we could go out.
My Dirk, did I just hear you ask me for a date?
Are you deaf? I heard him from here.
So, Blanche?
Will you come with me for moral support?
Oh, not tonight, Rose. No, I want to get to bed early, curl up with a good book.
That's all you ever do.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is, Dorothy. That's all you've done lately, and it's pathetic. What's even more pathetic is that I've been home to watch.
Lifesaver?
What kind you got?
Peppermint.
I don't like peppermint. I like butterscotch. You got butterscotch?
Does it say 7-Eleven across my forehead? I got peppermint.
Well, try one. I like butterscotch better. What is this, coconut?
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
I realized it didn't. I just really like you.
I am a lucky guy.
Why don't we go someplace romantic for a few days?
I have to go back home tomorrow.
Oh, well, take me with you. Show me the wonders of Philadelphia. The Liberty Bell, the cream cheese. $10,000? I can't afford that, not even if I use up all my hot tub money.
Well, I guess you'll just have to lose a renter. Hey, you got 48 hours.
Hey, Don, wait. All right, I'm going to catch him, but you're going to sleep with him. Jumped on his stallion and rode that horse thief down, and then to teach me a lesson about the justice system, Granddaddy dragged that horse thief into court with me as the star witness. I had to testify in front of a packed courtroom. You must have been terrified. Oh, honey, I was. I didn't know what to wear.
Blanche, we joined the Friends of Sea Mammals for a reason. You are so unmotivated.
Well, but I joined this mammals with blowholes thing. I didn't expect to be carrying picket signs on some grungy dock. I was hoping more for a fundraiser cocktail party.
Wait a minute. Why is any of this your business?
He's my brother.
I'm your daughter.
Dorothy, I've known you, 60 years? Angela, I've known 85. To tell you the truth, I don't quite trust you yet.
Uncle Angelo, in the past 3 days, you have complained about everything in the apartment except the rent. Takes so little to make her happy. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, honey.
Rose, good.
Then, unless anyone here has cause for objection, by the power vested in me by God and the state of Florida, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Lucas, you may kiss the bride.
It doesn't belong. Just like that old dog Sandy we used to have. God, your father loved that dog.
Can you believe that? After I bared my heart and soul to that woman.
Oh, Dorothy, you hide things from her all the time.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
Not to give her anything too demeaning.
Here it is. Should I read it to you and massage your feet like I did this morning?
No, why don't you just be a good little Diedenfrugen and keep your mouth shut?
Now, I've heard that there's an article in here about Mario's winning the contest. Oh, my God.
Your worst feature. But competitive is right up there.
Do you believe that?
No, I always thought your bony feet were your worst feature. Nighty-night.
Wait a minute. You haven't told me about the double date.
It was a complete disaster.
Oh, you mean Rose and her guy didn't hit it off?
Oh, no, they got
Fighting over me.
Carl, is this the man you've been seeing?
But don't worry, he's just a little jealous.
That's some bad news, Rose. It's not you he's after. He's using you to get to me. This is the cheese man. Now I'll have to figure out what to do with all of you.
Now, wait a minute. You can't just come into this house.
I really have to say good night now. Thanks for everything.
Why? You didn't get everything.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Dorothy.
How was your date with Blanche?
Beautiful.
Aren't you suddenly the life of the party? This place gives me the creeps.
But look, Blanche, see how much fun everybody's having?
Yeah, right now, but wait till they hear Glenn Miller's dead.
He's not dead. He's missing.
Stop complaining, Blanche. Look at all the available men here.
You didn't.
Well, I was teaching English lit at the time. Symbolism was my life.
I understand what you went through, Dorothy. I remember how I felt when I thought Charlie was cheating on me.
There were a lot of disappointed people that night.
Well, I wasn't one of them. Neither was your father, if memory serves me correctly.
Sophia, you think this cake is ready? You know, Roberta's going to be here any minute.
It's ready when it's ready.
Oh, well, it doesn't make any difference. She won't be surprised anyway. Oh, surprise birthday parties never work. The mole on his cheek sells insurance in New York City?
Yes.
You didn't miss much.
The point is, I didn't do any of the things on my list. I mean, all my dreams went unfulfilled. You know, the other day I was talking to Helen Colquist. She said she...
This is the most underhanded, sneaky, practical joke anyone has ever made, and I have just one thing to say. Boy, have I missed you.
Oh, Trudy, I missed you too.
Oh, wait just a minute.
You two sail around the world. That'll be the day. In fact, there's a line waiting around the block. We'll have to install one of those ticket machines like they have at the bakery. Around the world, yeah, I get the picture.
I'm afraid I'm responsible for making Al do something.
Oh, Blanche, what if she dies?
She's a tough lady, Dorothy. If anyone's a survivor, she is.
If she dies, I'll be an orphan. Can you believe it? I'm over 50 years old and I'll still feel like an orphan.
I know.
Ma, don't ever wake me up again.
Dorothy, quick, turn on the television. Gil's press conference is about to start.
Gosh, I'm nervous. I hope they're not too hard on you.
No, I wouldn't be too sure of that. Look at all those reporters.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to call off your wedding because of a silly little argument. What did Ramon do?
He slept with my best friend.
We're going to eat chicken for the rest of our lives.
Oh, Priscilla, I'm so sorry.
Listen, be grateful he got it out of his system before the marriage.
May we?
Yes, of course you may. Please, come right in.
I don't know what just happened here, but it didn't sound like it deserved an F.
It's because Kevin is not an F student.
Look, it's not that I'm lazy, Ms. Bornak. I'm just really busy with ball. I wanted to read A Tale of Two Cities.
Developed early, and all the boys noticed and hit on me. Not one boy was ever interested in my mind.
Get out of here.
It's true. But you, Blanche, I mean, men are drawn to you because...
His other roommate.
Hello, Dorothy.
And I'm her gorgeous 22-year-old cousin. Hey, how many chances do I get?
Hello, John. Well, how do I look?
Blanche.
Am I just the most adorable thing you ever saw?
Blanche.
What's the matter? Are you blind? Felt loved as a child. Now they're going to put a steel ball through her house, through my room. Oh, don't you see? It's just like they're killing a part of me.
Oh, poor Blanche. You know, I actually do feel sorry for her.
Oh, yeah, my heart goes out to her, too.
Why? They didn't believe in anesthesia back then. They had a nurse hold a pillow over your face. So the other patients couldn't hear your screams. You had to pay extra for that. Sicily, love it or leave it.
Visiting... Where did those pants come from?
According to the label, The Gap.
Hold it, Dorothy. Don't you get it? Holly has company. Well, nice going, girl. You're thrown out on the street.
I said I was sorry.
Oh, I feel just terrible. My eyes are all puffy, my nose is red, my glands are swollen. Isn't it amazing how I can feel so bad and still look so good?
I can't believe it. If any keep it tight. Thanks for the Medicare. For Blue Cross and Blue Shield. For a hip that finally healed. Remember, on prescriptions, generic is a life. Which makes you the most pathetic human being on this planet.
Well, I love Elvis. Oh, Blanche, I would be honored if you would be the first member of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club. I graciously accept and promise to do a good job as president.
Jimmy, open the door.
Dorothy, I'm so glad you came.
Of course I came. This is a big day for you.
It is. I can't live like this anymore.
Oh, I am so happy.
I am too. Hey, let's celebrate. Party time. The answer, I am having a good time.
Well, thank you, Steve. Now, here's the vitamins. Take them when you get up.
Oh, but sometimes I get up at 4 a.m. to, well, you know.
I know, boy, do I know.
Yeah, but I'm sure afterwards Stevie doesn't yell, "Help, come get me, my feet are asleep."
Grief counselor, it's what you do for a living.
I know, but I have the highest suicide rate in the office.
Look, Rose, if you don't want to go out with Stan, just say so.
I don't want to go out with Stan.
Oh, honey, I know that going out with Stan is a big favor.
The biggest? You're asking me to spend
Sophia.
Hello there.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You traveled 5,000 miles from Sicily for nothing? I know what it is. The Balducci Petrillo vendetta is still on. Dorothy, go out and buy a dozen mattresses, 30 pounds of pasta, and some aluminum foil for the windows.
There is no vendetta. There's not even a Balducci. Woman had a heart attack.
It wasn't massive.
Does this look okay? Oh, fine. A little overdressed for a quiet evening at home.
Oh, Blanche, didn't you hear Rose has a date?
A date? Yes. I met him briefly at the counseling center, and he asked me out to dinner. It's my late night at the counseling center.
Oh.
But what are you doing here? Blanche told me she was sending you out on a date.
Oh, she did.
Didn't it work out?
Well, let's just say Blanche has in her head what type is right for me, and she's way off.
I'll bet I could sit here for a minute and tell you what your type is. I'm good at this.
Gosh, but I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
I am never getting into a...
I'm going over there to kill her. I'll be back in time for Wheel of Fortune. Open up, you tramp. I know you're in there. Who is it? You can run, but you can't hide. Run, I can barely walk.
I didn't know you were home. Haven't seen too much of you this trip, Sugar Plum.
That's because you've been too busy Yankee doodling.
Blanche, I'm sure you don't mean that. You'll feel differently when you come to the hoedown we're throwing on the anniversary of Lee's surrender.
It was a tragedy. She was my only real competition. Dead. Muffin? I'll get it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Don't mention it. Good night, Ted, and bye.
Bye.
Collins, party of two, please.
Oh, may I borrow this room? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Miss Bornak, I am shocked, and I want details.
I tell you, the night was just magical. We laughed, we danced, we drank, we cried, we did it all, even... No, I can't tell you, I'm too shy. There's Salvador. He's hiding from me, isn't he? He always hides from me. The little monkey hates me.
Don't be silly. Pop is crazy about you.
Don't lie to your grandmother, was a sin.
Well, maybe he's not crazy about you, but he's very, very fond of you.
He hates me. The man repairs complicated machinery for a living 3 times.
Me crazy.
Oh, I know. Me too.
What do you say we go away, just the 2 of us for a few days?
I say yes.
How about we go to the Bahamas?
All right. I gotta tell you, he and I took a bus to Palermo to look up our old friend Teresa DeFino. We spent 2 hours on the bus, another hour looking for her house. We finally find the house, knock on the door, and what do you know? She died.
Ma, it happens.
That morning.
Yeah, but aside from that, you and Augie really had a great time, huh? And so familiar. This is mine. I thought the cleaner lost it.
I told you the cleaner lost it. I took it. I needed something to go with my black sweater.
This is my black sweater.
I know, it goes great with my pearls.
Still can't understand why he hasn't even approached the subject of, you know, sex. I mean, not that I'm in a hurry or anything, but we have been dating a while now.
Oh, honey, sometimes you have to stoke a man's fire a little bit. Words of neither of those things, but for one brief moment, Virginia would think she'd hit the jackpot.
That's one is a tramp. Are they here yet?
No, not yet, but Rose left for the airport over an hour. What the hell goes on at night in this house? Look, I know you are both upset, but nothing I have heard is grounds for firing the woman.
Oh, excuse me, ladies. Oh, by the way, Dorothy, a man called wanting to know if you were free Saturday night, but I forgot.
Look, fine, rub it in. You and Tony have been fooling around all day. That's a lie. I've been out shopping all day. In your bathrobe? I came home, I took a shower. Kill me. Why do you think I came over here?
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Alvin, am I sitting in the right place?
Depends. If you're looking to catch a bus to Jacksonville, you could be in big trouble.
You old geezer, you know what I'm talking about.
Half the time, I suspect you don't know what you're talking about. Especially when you start all that muttering in Italian. I swear you make up half those words
you're talking about. That doesn't mean that he's going to be in our show.
Don't you see, Dorothy? He's here in Miami because he knows I need him. Oh, this is all working out. I can feel it.
Dorothy, I think I might have a way to get Mr. Hope to be in our show after all.
Why don't we go over there to that golf tournament, find Mr. Hope and mix up?
I'll get it.
Honey, why don't you just take a sleeping pill? Oh, I don't like to take pills. I get slap happy and say silly things.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that to happen.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
What do you want?
You're here because your daughter wanted us to keep an eye on you, and I'm afraid we cannot do that anymore. Miss Bornak, please don't bring her back.
Keep an eye on me? Is that true?
Look, Ma, I'm not going to lie to you. This man is a patient here. He could be dangerous. Let's get out of here before he starts causing trouble. Oh, thanks, Blanche.
Sophia, you feeling a little better?
Oh, my God!
I'm not dead. I'm resting.
Of course you're not dead.
Not yet.
Oh, Ma.
Don't, Mommy. Listen. Before you know it, I could be gone, and we won't have said some important stuff.
Mr. Belvedere is a humble servant. Stanley, you're a horse's ass.
Hey, big guy. Everybody, this is Dr. Jerry.
Dr. Jerry. Oh, it must be great having just one name.
Where's everybody going?
Out to dinner. Go get ready, Ma.
I am ready. I'm always ready. You do that at 82. That can carry hard candy.
Hi, I'm Dave from Lincoln Hospital.
That's nice. If my blood pressure goes up, you'll be the first person I call. Goodbye.
No.
After all.
Two clunky old bodies thrashing around against each other. Like animals.
You get all sweaty and flushed.
Hair gets mussed.
You lose your breath.
You lose your earring.
Olive oil cans.
Look, Ma, I don't want to be the one to keep you from being happy. If you really want new shoes, I'll take you.
Turn on the news.
What's going on?
Oh, today is my lucky day. While you were gone, Angelo came over to tell you about these big...
Sorry, Doctor. I thought my mother was open enough to understand. Thank you for your time.
Ladies,
Just out of curiosity, you don't have any Tony Bennett socked away, do you?
Some schoolgirl attempt to get my goat. You're wasting your breath.
I'm simply questioning how any man could possibly choose you over me.
It's not working, Blanche.
I suppose there could be some exceptions. Convicts who haven't seen a woman in 25 years.
It's still not working.
I'm going through the family album. I thought I'd pay your father a visit.
Look, here we all are.
Your sweet 16 party, right?
Right. Oh, look at that beautiful chiffon dress.
Yeah, your brother Phil always did like to make a splash.
Brother, can you spare a dime?
Ida, I know it's rough by yourself. I count my blessings that I have my Dorothy to look after me. But you can't double.
By sunrise tomorrow, we'll be south of the border, sparkling skies above us, tropical breezes blowing across our bodies. Sophia, you with me?
No.
Sophia, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly fair. I can't move.
I know. It'll be like teaching fish in a barrel. Shall I begin?
Do I have a choice?
Well, you could push the call button, but I'll be done with the book by the time the nurse gets here. So,
Oh, never say that, Rose.
But you're a teacher. You think for a living.
Well, don't be so impressed. I have summers off.
How you can stand listening to me and all my ridiculous stories.
Your stories are
I didn't tell on him. He wouldn't tell on me. So I went home.
Well, did he keep your secret?
Till the day he died, which was 2 days later. Emmett found Millie and the Reverend skinny dipping in the church's fountain.
Body?
Sophia, wills are no joking matter. Charlie tried to be funny with his and left everything to Henrietta, our prize cow. Well, some lawyer got a hold of the will and represented Henrietta on contingency. There I was presenting my...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was just leaving. Only I want to say something to you first, Margaret.
What is it, Blanche?
Well, it looks like you and I have more in common than we thought. We both love Big Daddy. We want him to be happy. So welcome to the family.
with a man without benefit of room service.
Being with a man is not the same thing as living with a man.
You're right, Blanche. Living with a man eliminates the need for an overnight bag and a stop at the drugstore.
And the need for...
Come in?
Could you give me a hand?
Well, sure.
That's okay. I'll use this.
Come in.
Thank you.
Oh, how do you do, John? I'm Dorothy. I'm Blanche.
I
can't believe that stupid airline lost our luggage. What are we going to do?
Ask Blanche. She's the expert when it comes to checking into hotels without luggage.
I can't believe somebody stole my bags.
Oh, honey, don't worry about it. With all the money we're going to win, you'll be able to replace those bags and...
Has anyone ever told you you look exactly like Jerry Vale?
No.
They should. He's the only man in the world that can make the hair on my arms stand up.
Fella's getting out. Gee, that's going to be rough. I bet after 10 years in the jug, he's going to be pretty short on foreplay.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, henny penny I do declare, honey, where are you rushing off to? The sky is falling. I'm off to warn the king. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I don't need something to hit me in the head in order to get the message. Actually, in this case, it did hit me in the head. Oh, dear. A piece of...
Hook.
I am going to freshen up and call my driver. Then I'm taking you for lunch and a shopping spree, Ma.
That Gloria's some special kid.
Oh, Ma, she's your baby. All mothers think their babies are special.
That's ridiculous. I think all my children... Originally was to keep the Visigoths away, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Am I convincing?
That's what, ye old town slut?
Well, that's all for now. But, ma'am, we really do need some female acts. You might want to tell your friend not to be so capricious with her judgments.
Ah, yes, indeed, for as we all know, is the capricious person whose capriciosity is never treated.
Oh, my revenge will be to make John feel as bad as he made me feel. I want him to see me, see my life, so he'll know exactly what he missed.
She doesn't know a whole lot about revenge, does she?
You're absolutely wonderful, and I want you to live with me.
Live here?
Yeah, all this can be yours.
All this, well, it does sweeten the pot, but, Jimmy, I think you're missing the point.
You could name 6 of the Chicagos.
Well, Marvin is just a little shy. He'll warm up and be more talkative when we go to dinner.
What do you mean, we?
Well, Marvin's eyes aren't what they used to be, and he's not allowed to drive. So he asked me if I would. I hope you don't mind. Marvin wants so much to make a good impression.
The rest of us have a lot of material to cover today if we don't want to fall behind.
You're not really gonna teach, are you?
But that is the idea.
Look, listen, lady, we're here because we know how to do our jobs. That's why they gave us a free week in Miami. I mean, usually we come to a seminar like this and you check off our names and we go play some golf. You're
Cheap. So used. How do you usually deal with that, Blanche?
Rose, just for that, I'm going to flush the toilet tonight while you're taking a shower.
You know, it's all our own.
Oh, you ran a club.
Yeah, a bunch of us get together and send our pictures into Willard Scott with a note saying we're 100.
Ma, that's ridiculous.
You got a better way to get on the Today Show? Will you take it inside, Rose? This isn't the French Quarter.
Everybody thinks his hometown is pretty special.
I know I do. I'll never forget when I went back after many, many years. Everything was just as I remembered it. Garbage in the street, prostitutes in the doorways, a couple of guys hanging from their heels in the town square. Oh, I can't go on. Got a handkerchief?
This is terrible. I wish it were over. It will be soon. I haven't been this scared since 1952, when St. Olaf's most active volcano threatened to erupt. Well, luckily, there were some Druid priests who were in town for the opening of Stonehenge land.
Look, I don't mind being divorced or having to struggle to pay my bills or having to eat my weight in supplements every morning, but I will not do this. I will not become an old person. Ooh, rain's coming.
First night I walked around in amazement. They had their own photomat. Of course, it wasn't as large as the photomat you see today. Now here's the scary part. Suddenly, I realized I was this frightened little girl.
She has to see what a real date is like.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrillo. She's just not my type.
I see. How about Mr. Hamilton? Is he your type?
What time should I pick her up?
7:30, and buy her something pretty.
Okay, but if you want me to kiss her goodnight, it's going to cost you extra.
Oh, please go on. That's such a beautiful language.
Rose, why don't we just show Mr. Vaughn around the theater?
Well, why don't I just do that myself, since I've had the most experience performing here?
Blanche, the parking lot doesn't count.
Good night. Blanche,
Yes.
I know you're going to think I'm a hypocrite for this, but is there any way I could call you for dinner sometime?
Only one way I can think of.
What?
By looking at that napkin, my number's on it. Good night.
Can I get something else for you, John?
Last night, I dreamt I ate a giant marshmallow, and when I woke up, my boyfriend was gone.
I don't get it.
It's not a joke.
Blanche, I take back everything I said about your moon theory. These men are relentless.
The host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another of our special programs coming to you from Florida. You have just met our three contestants. They are all very eager to get underway. The categories are cows.
My daughter, no matter what he has to say, she'll see right through it.
Good for Kate. I think that bum deserves everything he gets.
You know, I'm glad he showed up. Now she can get it all over and done with.
Do you think she'll still have time to see Marlo Thomas? Because I'd sure like an autograph. Slowly. You have to watch very closely.
Blanche, are you going to marry Harry?
Marry Harry, marry Harry.
A little rhyme.
Knock it off, are you?
Yes, next week.
A nectarine.
That's so sad.
Not sad. Life. Sad is when you have to mash the nectarine with a fork.
It's a shame. Sophia has nothing constructive to do anymore. She needs something to make her feel...
But I won the bidding at the auction.
I understand that, but there's nothing you can say to make me change my mind.
You owe me $500.
How about Thai food?
That sounds great.
Wait. I said I'm not going to go, and I am not going to go. It's just that, well, you have different intentions than I do.
It's not my...
Got it out of the garage?
That's right. You mean out of the cage?
No, out of the freezer. You think I know how to kill a live chicken? What do I look like, Conan the Barbarian?
Oh, I must have left the cage door open and she wandered away.
Oh, I gotta get out of here and get another apartment.
Aunt Angela, until you find a place...
Call me the next Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans sent me a fan letter. I'm not going to let it end like this, Rose. I can't believe that my fans would want it this way.
Dorothy won't let you down. I'll bet she's on her way to a phone right now to call you.
A blind man, you're certainly observant.
Have a seat.
Thank you. Your secretary told me you were meeting somebody here, so I won't keep you, John. I just thought we ought to talk.
Blanche, if you've come to apologize for last night, I understand.
Well, I'm not sure you do, John. I like you very much.
I can't forget. This man stole money from us. Because of him, our family went hungry.
Ma, we never went hungry.
Some nights I felt like dessert.
Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house. order's the longest. Mr. Porter, I came as soon as I could.
Miss Bornak, I'm glad you're here. We've got a problem. It's your mother.
What about her?
I don't know where she is. I don't know where any of them are. She took some of our...
It was in the shower. Sophia, honey, where have you been? I thought you were taking a nap.
I went to the video store.
Ma, I told you where I'd go.
Forget it. The last time you brought back 7 brides for 7 brothers. You know how disappointed I was to...
Blanche, I want to apologize.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's it?
I can't think of anything else to say. I behaved terribly.
I know.
No, you don't. Oh, I went to Stan's hotel room tonight because I thought you were there.
Well, I wasn't.
I know. Honey, why don't you speak to one of the nurses?
We'll come with you.
Oh, no, just continue with your little sing-along.
Kirsten, listen.
Leave her alone, pussycat. She's scared.
I'm scared, too. Why does it always have to take something like this to make us realize how much we take life for granted?
Oh, amen to that.
I used to, but...
You're here because your daughter wanted us to keep an eye on you, and I'm afraid we cannot do that anymore. Miss Bornak, please don't bring her back.
Keep an eye on me? Is that true?
Look, Ma, I'm not going to lie to you. This man is a patient here. He could be dangerous. Let's get out of here before he starts causing trouble.
But now my mind is made up.
Blanche, are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Lily ought to be covered for at least 2 years with that money in my bosom account.
Blanche, I'm proud of you, but why the sudden change of heart?
Oh, well, I guess this cosmetic surgery business is...
Yeah, but this isn't exactly fair. I can't move.
I know. It'll be like teaching fish in a barrel. Shall I begin?
Do I have a choice?
Well, you could push the call button, but I'll be done with the book by the time the nurse gets here. So,
Every time you get a pamphlet, I get that disease. And not just diseases. I thought for a while I was a Jew for Jesus.
Hi, Sophia.
Shalom.
Dorothy, I picked up Charlie's pictures. Oh, these must be from his last... You know, being at her funeral today made me start thinking about how quickly life can pass you by. Maybe I ought to be more adventurous in my life.
More adventurous? The Kama Sutra had to publish a supplement because of you.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to do, but never got around to trying.
I cannot believe they sold us minks that are too old. Who can you trust?
No one. I learned that in Sicily. It works fine in Miami, too.
Well, we wound up spending $678 in the mink business.
And what did we make?
Make?
Yes.
A mistake. Blanche is right. Oh, he's reasonable. He'll understand.
I'm going to call him, and I'm going to tell him the truth. You were right all along, Dorothy. The truth is always the best.
That is very wise, Rose.
Well, I don't want you to think I just made that up. I saw it this afternoon on TV.
Okay, players, prepare to play the final simulated game of the day. Our contestants, Professor Reginald Bradley of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Dr. Julie Stever, Chief of Neurosurgery, Victory Memorial Hospital.
Relax, Sophia. It's just a piece of property where Dorothy and I talked about retiring someday.
Wait a minute, Stan, I can't sign this now.
Oh, come on, babe. I thought everything was agreed.
But this has to be signed in front of a notary public. And don't call me babe.
Darn. Can you meet me in the notaries tomorrow?
Do I have a choice?
You're beautiful.
I was talking about patience. Rose, just tell Ernie that sex is not the most important part of a relationship. Just ask anybody married to an Englishman. I'm going to call Ernie right now.
I think we have a lot to talk about.
This is flour. I hid my jewels in the flour.
Why did you hide your jewels in the flour?
Because I didn't think they'd look there. What kind of robbers look in the flour?
That's the first place they look after the freezer.
The freezer's my other hiding place.
It's everybody's. The robbers know that. They don't even open drawers anymore. Ma, could you eat a little more quietly, please?
These are Fritos. You want me to swallow them whole? Hi, Beverly.
Blanche.
Oh, the baby gone?
No, Rose is driving him around to get him to sleep.
Why is he still here?
Well, Ted needs some minor surgery, so they're still at the hospital. What about Virginia?
Well,
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
you grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh, my God. I never grew a beard.
You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you,
Electric blanket. Every time I call you, it seems you have a cold.
I'll call more often.
Don't pick on your sister. Here, she brought you something.
It's a gift certificate for a complete makeover at Elizabeth Arden's.
Maybe now you can get a date.
Please, Ma, I'm not calling Cap...
Coming. Roger! Roger, I can't tell you how sorry I am about what happened to Sparky. And how are you?
I've been better, Rose. I come to talk to you about this cat you sent me.
When I saw him at the pound, I knew he'd be just the cat for you. I named him Buster.
Isn't he? Go by me. I'm in and out on my children's first names.
It's the 117th anniversary of the birth of Robert Frost.
I love him. Always nipping at your nose.
That was Jack Frost. Robert Frost is the guy who interviewed Richard Nixon on TV. I don't even know who Marcus Allen is.
And let me put it to you another way. Rose, when are you going to face up to the fact that your daughter is not the goody two-shoes you think she is?
What do you mean by that?
Rose, what would you call a girl who sleeps with a man she has known for one day?
A damn good sport.
Oh, my God. She found a cheaper home. Blanche, please don't sell the house. What the hell is that holding up your stocking?
Get out of there. Girls, listen, I know I told Mr. Yakamura that I'd sell him the house, but I just don't think it's fair to make that decision by myself now.
31 years. Filomena Del Nero, she was from our village.
Is she the one whose father used to stand outside of town, drink Chianti, and play with a top all day?
Yes. He lived with us for 2 years after we get married. Thank God he drank himself to death.
In the crook of the door handle for emergencies, and by the time I got through, I was the 12th caller. I won 4 tickets to the Frank Sinatra concert.
You get your bohunkus back in here and listen to what I have to say.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. What were you trying to tell me?
Well, Rose, I just don't know what...
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll tell them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Bye.
What'd he say?
He said he was in total agreement that it was a miscarriage of justice and we deserved the money.
Oh, that's great.
He also told me that I called his Chinese restaurant instead of the...
Ma, I am taking you to the hospital.
No.
Why not? What, are you trying to tell me that possibly there is nothing wrong with you?
No, I feel better just lying here. The ride in the car could only make me feel worse.
Yep, she's right, Dorothy. Sometimes just lying motionless is the...
Be as happy with Harry in the same way as I was with him.
He knows, Blanche, he knows. Your thoughts and feelings go right to him. You can communicate directly from your heart, can't you, Dorothy?
No, don't ask me. I can't get through to New Jersey with MCI.
Hi there. This has to be some kind of mistake.
Don't panic. There's just a possibility. This is a precaution.
What do I do?
We just call up the hospital and make an appointment. Everything will be fine.
You think so?
Why, I'm sure of it. Now, let's plan Dorothy's fundraiser. Hey, I know what would be fun.
Blanche, we're going to try to raise all the money.
Kicked out. Well, I'm feeling pretty tired. Maybe I just shouldn't go. Wait a minute. You're deliberately trying to get out of going. To tell you the truth, I think I'm a little afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of looking stupid. Oh! I think this whole thing is wrong. I mean, we're going to this reunion and deceive...
You're an English teacher.
Me.
Good morning. Blanche, I'm giving you 30 days notice. What? I don't want to live under this roof anymore. I'm moving.
Don't give it a second thought.
Good morning, lady.
Well, good morning, Miles. How was the bird watching?
Oh, Blanche, it was thrilling. Have you ever seen...
So anxious about meeting this guy that Kate's bringing.
Do you think it's serious?
Well, they've been together now for 6 months. It's the longest she's been interested in any man since Paul McCartney.
Kate dated Paul McCartney?
Yes, Rose. They wanted to get engaged, but I insisted that...
You're in my prayers. You take good care of him, Mama, you hear me? I love you. I love you both. I'm nobody's little girl anymore. This is horrible. What will I wear? I don't believe I have a thing that doesn't call attention to my bosom.
Try not wearing makeup.
Ma, do you actually think that the Pope makes house calls?
He will this time. I made it crystal clear.
Oh, don't hold dinner for me tonight. I have a date. I guess I better go get out of these clothes.
Again? Well, Rose, you got a reprieve. As long as Blanche isn't here, she won't find out that you brought a dog into the house.
What do I care if she's f***ing with him because he already knows so much about me?
Yeah, but Rose, do you love him?
I think so. What about money?
Everyone loves money.
Oh, I mean, have you talked about financial arrangements? Now, if you were getting married, you could have a prenuptial agreement. But just living together, all you can do... Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy.
I got no energy. I'm going to sleep.
Blanche, come on, don't be absurd. Look, we were robbed, and now it's over. It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and...
Is it my stroke or did they do this already?
मातीच्या कणा कणा हरे काचा मना मना या मातीच्या कणा कणा हरे काचा मना मना माझा भीमाजनो गस्तैर माझा भीमाजनो गस्तैर ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविया अंधार मनात वाती माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविया अंधार मनात वाती माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती फुटा फुटात पाहुणी माझ्या भीमाला म्हणून आता लाजतोय रथाचा म्हणून आता लाजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रथाचा तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझा अभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान केलं जीवनाचं सोनं इथेच माझा अभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान त्याच्या संघर्षातून याच हसारा समाज आता सजतय हा समाज आता सजतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला संविधान देशाचं भीमकरणीने शुभम साधतोय आता शुभम साधतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय मातीच्या कणा हरे काचा मना मना माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय